I'm Andy Thorne of Leftover Salmon, and I wanted to welcome you to the 5th annual Beads, Blues, and Beer Festival. For the next 90 minutes, you're going to enjoy some great music, a really good time, so just sit back and crank it up. You'll also meet some of the amazing families that have benefited from Beads of Courage. Beads of Courage is a powerful program that celebrates and supports so many kids and families. More on that later, but in the show, remember, we're all here to support Beads of Courage. A big hello to all of you gathered at breweries around America. I love beer. I hope you do too. We're going to have an awesome live viewing party. So let's get started. Here we go.
Wow, wasn't that amazing to have Andy Thorne as our first celebrity guest to kick off the 5th annual Beads, Blues, and Beer Festival, benefiting Beads of Courage. Throughout the festival, today you will meet Beads of Courage members, families, and clinicians, and hear inspiring mission moments about the healing power of art and music, renewing the spirit and fulfilling the heart of hope.
Welcome to the 5th annual Beads, Blues, and Beer Festival, coming to you wherever you are. At Beads of Courage, our care team works tirelessly in supporting the psychosocial and emotional well-being of children coping with cancer and other serious illnesses throughout the United States through our innovative arts and medicine programs. Through our flagship Beads of Courage program, children receive colorful beads that visually translate their treatment experience. A white bead for every chemotherapy, a red bead for every blood transfusion, a yellow bead for every night they are hospitalized and away from the comforts of home. With your support today, we're going to bring this care and support to more kids, more hospitals, and more programs. So sit back and welcome our host.
Welcome to the stage, Broke Down Palace.
A small fear bar, something I'm not used to. Gave up my home to see you satisfied. I just called to let you know where I'll be living. It's not much, but I feel welcome here inside. I got swinging doors, a jukebox, and a bar stool. New home got that flashing neon sign. You stop by and see me when you want to, 'cause I'm always here at home at closing time. Got everything I need to drive me crazy. I got everything I need to lose my mind. And in here the atmosphere's just right for heartbreak. Thanks to you, I'm always here at closing time. I got swinging doors, jukebox, and a bar stool. New home got that flashing neon sign. Stop by and see me when you want to. Thanks to you, I'm always here at closing time. Give me something, John. got that flash in your side. You stop by and see me when you want to. Thanks to you, I'm always here at closing time. And I got swinging those jukebox and a bar suit. And my new home got that flash in neon sign. Always here, sitting on this bar stool. Every goddamn night at closing time. Thanks to you, I'm always here at closing time.
Thank you, Gene and Beads of Courage, for having us. It's always our pleasure to be here.
I hear that train coming, rolling around the bend. I ain't seen no sunshine since I don't know when. Oh Lord, I'm stuck in Folsom Prison. It's dragging on. Up that train, it keeps on rolling right down to San Antonio. When I was just a baby, Lord, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't you ever play with guns. Oh Lord, I shot that man in Reno just to watch him die. When I hear that whistle blowing, Lord, I hang my head and cry. Lord, I bet there's rich folks eating in some fancy dining car. I bet they're drinking coffee, God, they're smoking big cigars. Well, I know I had it coming. I know I can't be free. But those bastards keep on moving, and my God, how it tortures me. If I freed me from this prison, if the railroad train was mine, you know I'd move a little bit farther down the line. I'd go so far from Folsom Prison, and that's where I'd stay. And I let that lonesome whistle go and blow all my blues away. Yes, I let that lonesome whistle go and blow all my blues away.
This past week, Krista, our program director, was able to catch up with a few Beads of Courage family members. We are looking forward to sharing these mission moments with you during our festival to shine a spotlight on the courageous children we serve and why your support matters.
My name is Annie Horner. I am 24 years old. I was diagnosed at the age of 18 with a childhood cancer. It was pretty isolating and lonely and a little confusing because I was 18 and my friends and peers were kind of off to college and adulthood and life, and I thought I would be too. But then all of a sudden I found myself in this children's hospital with pediatric cancer and in the fight for my life. So I did treatment for a year. So I was really in and out of the hospital for a year, but pretty much doing constant treatment, whether it was chemotherapy, radiation therapy, surgeries. I got chemo every week. I first started collecting the beads right off the bat after my first 5-day admission. After like a month or two is when I really started understanding the true concept of how it was helping me and what a gift it was to me. You know, as the beads just piled up, it was so nice to have something to look at and feel and think about when days were really hard, and there were some days that I didn't want to go to chemo. I would look at my beads and think of how far I've come and all that I've fought through, and it would give me the strength. It also helped tell my story too, because so many people that cared, you know, would just say like, how is it? How are you feeling? How are you doing? How is it? It's really impossible to say how I'm doing or how I'm feeling. I would just grab my beads and I would tell them about the Beads of Courage program, and then I would show them, you know, like, these are all the times that I get poked, and these are all the chemos that I get. It was just really a beautiful way to explain the story of so much heartache and pain. Beads of Courage was the biggest gift that I got out of my cancer journey and treatment. Thank you so much, Beads of Courage, for giving me this gift and helping me owning and telling and recording my story. Now let's get back to the show and music.
The time forgot in space, your eyes, Lord, from your mother's face. Wildflower seed on sand and stone, and wildfire winds blow safely home. You gotta blow away. What the way to do? You got to roll away. What the way to do? You got to roll away. What the way to do? You got to roll tell you where the four winds dwell. In Franklin's tower hangs a bell, and it can ring till you're not today. Ring like fire when you lose your way. You got no way to do. 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 God save that child that rings that bell. Have one good ring, you can't tell. One watch by night, one watch by day. Get confused, you listen to the music play and play and play and play and play. To laugh, pass away. So come to make it just one more day. Whichever way your pleasure tends, so plant that ice, you harvest the wind. You gotta roll away. Roll away to do. You gotta roll away to do. You gotta roll away to do. You gotta roll away to do. Da, 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 da. Franklin's Tower, Four Winds Sleep, a falling house, and the lighthouse key, wildflower sea, and the sand and wind. If the four winds blow you home again, you got roll away to do. You got roll away to do. You got roll away to do. You got roll away to do.
Hi, I'm Scott Lee. I am the staff support chaplain at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, located in Atlanta, Georgia. Back in 2019, a colleague and I had the opportunity to go there at the Beads of Courage office, and we were introduced to the program called I'm Fine. I'm Fine is focused on clinicians and clinician health. Often, if you're familiar with clinicians, we do a great job of caring for other people, but not always caring for ourselves. And so this program, I'm Fine, was focused on really encouraging clinicians to focus on their own self, their own care. Some ways it encourages clinicians to care for themselves is the whole program is built around conversation and internal exploration. Each clinician is given a poem who attends this particular workshop. These poems are read out loud collectively, and then each clinician is invited to go off and answer a couple of questions based on how the poem may have interacted with them, maybe some type of curiosity that may be aroused. And then following a few moments of individual reflection time, they're paired off. And so instead of it being something that one is experiencing on their own, they get to connect with other colleagues, other clinicians, and see maybe there's more similarities there than what they realize. We bring everyone back together, and then everyone shares. So you don't just have your voice or a voice of a colleague, but you also have a voice of others. And so collectively it does individual strengthening, but also communal strengthening as well. I have the great honor of having led several of these, and so on my lanyard here I have several beads that I've collected through the years as I've gone around. There's one bead I think that stands out more than any, and I'm going to hopefully show it to you here. It's a bead, it almost looks like it's a blue flower, if you can see it. And this bead was given to me unbeknownst to those who gave it to me during a very difficult time in my journey. And it became a blessing to me that I carry with me. If you notice, it's on the bottom here, so it kind of becomes that foundational bead for me to remind me that what I do is good work, and that what I do makes actually a difference in the lives of others. So again, on those really hard days, when I don't want to be a chaplain, when I don't want to work in the medical field, I can look down and see these beads, but in particular I can grab this one and hold it, because it's got a little texture to it as well, and remind myself, Scott, you're right where you need to be. And so I invite you to give to this cause, to give to our time together, to support this great mission of making a difference in the life of not only children and their families, but clinicians.
Thank you to all of our brewery partners for their support. From the East to the West Coast, we have breweries raising funds for Beads of Courage, sharing our mission. Today is about beads, blues, and beers, you know.
Woo! Now we're going to welcome Mama Cole Country Band.
Thank you. All right. We're going to do a little Nancy Griffith tune here for you. It's called Love at the Five and Dime. Rita was 16 years, hazel eyes and chestnut hair. She made the Woolworth counter shine. And Eddie was a sweet romancer, a darn good dancer. They'd waltz the aisles of the Five and Dime, and they'd sing, dance a little closer to me, dance a little closer now, dance a little closer tonight, dance a little closer to me. Hey, it's closing time and love's on sale tonight at this Five and Dime. Eddie played the steel guitar. His mama cried 'cause he played in the bars. He kept young Rita out late at night. So they married up in Abilene, lost a child in Tennessee. Ah, but still that love survived. 'Cause they'd sing, dance a little closer to me, dance a little closer now, dance a little closer tonight, dance a little closer to me. Hey, it's closing time and love's on sale tonight, this Five and Dime. One of the boys in Eddie's band took a shine to Rita's hand, so Eddie ran off with the bassman's wife. Oh, but he was back by June, singing a different tune, sporting Miss Rita back by his side. And they'd sing, dance a little closer to me, dance a little closer now, dance a little closer tonight, dance a little closer to me. Hey, it's closing time, love's on sale tonight, this Five and Dime. All right, Tim. Eddie traveled with the barroom bands till arthritis took his hands. Now he sells insurance on the side. Rita's got her house to keep, dime store novels and a love so sweet. They dance to the radio late at night, and they sing, dance a little closer to me, dance a little closer now, dance a little closer tonight, dance a little closer to me. Hey, it's closing time, love's on sale tonight, this Five and Dime. Rita was 16 years, hazel eyes and chestnut hair. She made the Woolworth counter shine. And Eddie was a sweet romancer and a darn good dancer. They'd waltz the aisles of the Five and Dime. They'd waltz the aisles of the Five and Dime. They'd waltz the aisles of the Five and Dime.
All right, everybody's having fun. We're having fun up here. We're really excited to be part of Beads of Courage's event today. And I'm going to do some original music here. This one is called Good Time Gal.
Well, who do you think you came in with? My body wasn't maybe sitting down. Now if you don't like dancing, never done romancing, plenty of the guys in town. I need a man with lots of money, gonna kiss and call me honey, and hop the honky tonks as well. Who do you think you came in you're gonna sit and sigh all night. Now if you try to drink whiskey, then you say you won't kiss. But should have told me you were this uptight. I got a bustle in the back to give you such a heart attack. I'm not looking for another pal. Who do you think you came in with? Can't you see that I'm a good time gal? Let's go again, Tim. Well, who do you think you came in with? My body wasn't made for sitting down. Now, if you don't like dancing, done romancing, there's plenty other guys in town. I need a man with lots of money, gonna kiss and call me honey, and hop the honky tonks as well. Who do you think you came in with? Can't you see that I'm a good time gal? Yes, now, who do you think you came in with? Can't you see that I'm a good time gal? All right, here's another original song. This is called this is called One Man Woman. The last one was Good Time Gal. This is a different kind of gal, but she's a real good one, I promise. You threw down your love, came on like the wind. I liked it so much that I let the rules bend. Then I showed you my dreams of what we could become. Now look what you've done. You made me a one-man woman. My heart and my bones, they know more than my mind. They'll find their way home, and I've fallen behind. Then you open your arms, with a smile like the sun. Now look what you've done. You made me a one-man woman. No, not if I try. If the warning was there, 'cause there never has been anyone to compare. When you kiss me like that, you shake the leaves from my tree. How long life can last, there ain't no guarantee. But I'll still be your girl when the kingdom has come.
Thank you. All right, here's another original. This is called Kentucky Blue.
Cole's had, he's got this whole handful of beads here. He had his open heart surgery in July, and he had the Glenn procedure that essentially cuts the pulmonary artery in two and has the blood from the upper part of the body go directly into the heart instead of through the lungs. He has several things wrong with his heart. He has a small right ventricle, which does not enable his heart to pump oxygenated blood throughout the rest of its body. He also doesn't have a pulmonary valve, which helps regulate pressures of the heart. There's a lot going through your mind when you're first told that you're going to have open heart surgery and the whole 9 yards. You go through the whole range of emotions. But something that I found oddly therapeutic was putting the beads on the line here as we're waiting for him to get out of surgery, and just like thinking about it and thinking about how we want to tell him about this adventure that he's had.
It's really, really special to be able to look at those and just see how far he's come, and especially if you're having a tough day. There was a couple tough days after he had heart surgery, and you can just look at the beads and look at all this stuff that he's overcome, and he's actually doing incredibly well, even though sometimes it's hard to see that kind of stuff. I'm volunteering at Beads of Courage usually twice a week. I go and fill orders for beads in the mail. So when I'm packaging up these orders and I'm counting all of these beads, all of these black beads for pokes and the beads for echoes, knowing that the significance of each and every one of those beads, it makes you put so much more effort into picking out the colors that the kids love and just trying to make it special for them, because they earned every one of those beads.
After the procedure, he was in the hospital for 6 days and he was out. And ever since then, he's been just a normal normal kid doing normal things, getting into trouble, jumping off of couches unexpectedly, doing all sorts of things to keep us on our toes. And I highly recommend this program. It's incredibly awesome just for the kids involved and the parents. There's just a big support group that we never knew existed. And for kids that go through such a hard thing, it's important to us as parents to have them be able to remember some of this and you know, the people that have been along for the entire journey. So I highly would encourage you to donate or participate. It's a great program, and you know, as a parent of somebody who's had such challenges, it's reassuring to know that there are just people everywhere that are more than happy to help.
Thank you.
So thank you.
Guess what? We don't do this alone. Without the help of our sponsors and supporters, this would never happen, and the kids would never get the beads that they need to help them cope. Thank you to the Beads, Blues, and Beer Festival presenting sponsor, Larry H. Miller Dealership.
Being a corporate partner with Beads of Courage is a unique situation for us because we have that employee involvement and the ties to someone that's part of our work family. Larry H. Miller Dealerships here in Tucson first was introduced to Beads of Courage through a fellow employee. Her daughter ended up in the hospital and was seriously ill, and Beads of Courage stepped in and helped them and their family through that process.
My daughter, she was 7 years old when she got sick. She's now 11. She has an autoimmune disease, but she's fully recovered and living a healthy life. Beads of Courage was therapeutic to me when my daughter was in the hospital because I was able to focus on each event that was happening to her throughout the day and documenting, knowing it would be important to share it with her when she got better. I worked for Larry H. Miller, and they were very supportive while my daughter was sick. And we have a charity program, and each employee can nominate a charity that they think we should donate money to each year. And I had brought up Beads of Courage.
And we loved their mission and vision, and it was perfectly aligned with ours as a company, which is to enrich the lives of those around us in the communities in which we work.
They understand the true meaning of the charity.
I love the creativity of Beads of Courage. Each bead is unique, and they're colorful, and they're fun, and they introduce just a bit of hope and light as the children put together their beads or their family gets to build them for them, because it's unique to their very own experience and everything that they went through in that process.
I believe Beads of Courage deserve the donations that Larry H. Miller provided, because when my daughter was in the hospital, it helped keep busy and keep track of everything that had happened to her when she was unable to remember or do so. I also think it's really important for the parents whose children don't come home.
I think the most meaningful part of this particular partnership is that employee involvement. It becomes very personal to us when we have employees who have been blessed by these organizations that we have the opportunity to give back to. In the past few years, Larry H. Miller Dealerships has had the opportunity to give approximately $12,000 to Beads of Courage, and in addition to that, several volunteer hours. If you're looking for a meaningful way to give to children and support children and families during trying times, I highly recommend looking at Beads of Courage.
It's exactly as it's named. It's kind of like a symbol of strength and courage.
ago today, my sister Abby started her Beads of Courage journey after her diagnosis with Ewing sarcoma. These are her beads. Beads of Courage empowered Abby, giving her a visual representation of not only her strength, but her courage as well. We are forever grateful to Beads of Courage giving us a piece of Abby, allowing her to still be here with us. Thank you so much, Beads of Courage, for being a light during dark times.
Okay. 2, 3.
memory. Those memories that you still haunt me every night when I lay down. I'll always love you, little darling, until the day they lay me down and dream of you. My body trembles. I wake up and call your name, but you're not there, and I'm so lonely without your love. I go insane. Those memories that you still haunt me every night when I lay down. I'll always love you, little darling, until the day they lay me down. And I close my eyes and you're there with me. Kiss and feel your face, I see. It's not your lips now that drive me crazy. It's just your haunting memory. Those memories that you still haunt me every night when I lay down. I'll always love you, little darling, until the day they lay me down. Until the day they lay me down. Until the day they lay me All right. Well, here's another original song for you. This is a newer song I haven't recorded yet. I'm looking forward to recording this one. It's called Lead Her On. I know that you learned to dance in Texas, and tonight the red dirt rodeo's in town. You've just gotta go and see if you've still got the stuff they need to twirl those round
who loves you truly all the doubt. You can lead her on that old dance floor. You can pull her in. That's what her hips are for. You can hold her hand till the music ends. You can lead her on when the dance is done. You better come back home. You can lead her on that old dance floor. You can pull her in. That's what her hips are for. You can hold her hand till the music ends. You can lead her on when the dance is done. You better come back home. You can lead her on when the dance is done. You better come back home.
Since 2013, Beads of Courage has had a Bead Artist Hall of Fame. Congratulations to the 2022 inductees.
This is our 9th year of honoring bead artists through this formal induction. In 2022, we have 15 amazing artists to recognize for their incredible support of Beads of Courage. Artists are nominated for the Hall of Fame with consideration given to their sheer number of bead donations, support of Beads of Courage fundraising efforts, and raising awareness for Beads of Courage as critical stakeholders for our organization. In April, during National Volunteer Appreciation Month, Beads of Courage will host a virtual Bead Artist Hall of Fame induction ceremony. We are proud to recognize the 2022 Hall of Fame inductees: Julie Andrew, Deborah Becker, Kathy Feaster, Sophia Florio, Martha Giberson, Nina Sam Hibler, Tanya Layton, Sandra Lupo, Donna Miller, Marlene Minyas, Patsy Monk, Beth Simmons, Janet Thurman, Ing Van Roos, Diane Worthington.
I've had a great time being your MC for the Beads, Blues, and Beers Festival. Please help me give a warm welcome to Little Cloud.
Well, you've been on my mind too many times today. Don't know where you were coming from, but I hope you're bringing him my way. I can tell you now, I'm afraid to lose control. Now I can tell you what I want to say. Don't know what you've been longing for, but I know that I've been hungry every day, and I can feel that pain been deep into my soul. And I can feel it now, losing full control. Now I can tell you what you're gonna say. Don't know what you've been longing for, but I know that you've been hungry every day. And I can tell you now, you're about to lose control. Can you feel it now? You're losing full control. Now I can't tell you what I wanna say. Don't know what I've been longing for. You don't know that I'm hungry every day.
is Aaron Liao with Fairway Mortgage, and I also serve on the board of directors with Beads of Courage, and we're proud supporters of Beads of Courage, and we thank you for your support.
Thank you.
My name is Patrick. My last name is O'Hara. In 10 days, I am going to be 14 years old, and I have been doing the Beads of Courage since I started cancer treatment.
We are originally from Peru, and we moved to Houston for his treatment. So it's been a big adventure. And having these beads has been great because he has been able to actually tell his story through that. And whenever he has any visits or anything, he can actually recall every single thing that he has done.
Here it says when we moved Lima to Houston, 11/6/17.
He was diagnosed TLL, which is T lymphoblastic lymphoma. It's cancer that is in the blood, in the lymphoblastic system.
It was really fast, and I am very lucky.
He was actually surfing on a Wednesday. We went to the hospital on a Thursday, then again on a Friday, and we were flying to Houston next Tuesday.
I still want to go to Lima, but I know that I need to finish this treatment really. It started to help me because when I was like a little worried about things, I said like, oh, let's do Beads of Courage. It really helped me to be relieved from being worried about all the things that they are doing to me, and it's like feeling very good.
I think that looking back in time, he will be able to actually remember everything. It's an easy way to get the diary because you don't want to write down or anything, especially at this point of time. He just takes it out and starts playing with them. And whenever like people come over, they will like show them, and he can spend like, I'm not lying if I say hours. The good news is that he is already cancer-free. The not that good news is that this treatment is really long. So he's gonna have an intensive treatment still until mid of July. And then he will still have chemos until March 2024.
I'm so relaxed because I have been without chemos for 2 weeks already, and it feels like very free. But tomorrow they destroy me again with the chemos.
But we do know that the treatment is working, which is great, because he is already cancer-free. So we are just doing the treatment to reconfirm that it's not coming back anymore. Muchas gracias a todos ustedes por su apoyo a Beads of Courage y por lograr que esto sea posible.
Ahora vamos a la parte divertida.
Don't forget to check out our online auction, Bid High and Bid Often. We love our festival friends and VIPs. Thank you for helping make our 5th annual Beads, Blues, and Beer Festival a success.
My name is Sophia. I'm 12 years old and a recipient of Beads of Courage. I have cystic fibrosis. So when I was little, before my CF clinic had the Beads of Courage program, CF appointments were really unbearable. I would scream, I would cry, I would throw fits because I was afraid and I was scared that I would get poked. And then our CF clinic paired with Beads of Courage, and after that it was fantastic. I had something to look forward to, and I was so excited to get whatever bead I was able to get. It made the unpleasant experience pleasant. I had to brainstorm different designs, so I have probably 7 different polymer clay designs, and I had to choose what the best one was. And then I had to find the different measurements of like the eyes and the nose and all that. And then I kind of made some just basic steps. And then we would send that to Beads of Courage, and we're going to release it on May 1st, which is May is Cystic Fibrosis Month, Awareness Month. The tiger is a symbol of courage, and it is the Beads of Courage mascot. Going along with the tiger theme, it is also You're the Tiger. So that all kind of wraps into one. It was actually my idea to go with the Beads of Courage for our Silver Award. I showed them my strand of beads, and it really didn't take that much convincing. They were on board immediately. We work really hard and we put a lot of love into our beads so that one day when our bead goes to a kid who has been discharged from the hospital, they will feel happiness and love knowing that somebody made that especially for them.
How cool that we have Sophia, a Beads of Courage member, creating and making beads for Beads of Courage. Join her and order a bead kit today.
and I'm losing the feeling in my bones. Oh, I'm losing the feeling in my bones. Oh, I'm losing the feeling in my bones. Oh, I'm losing the feeling in my bones. Whoa, I'm losing the feeling in my bones. Oh, yellow moon, why you keep peeping in my window? Oh, you know something that I don't know. Did you see my baby walking down the railroad track? Whoa, can you tell me if the girl's ever coming back? Is she hit out with another? Oh, is she trying to get back home? Is she wrapped up in some other's arms? Oh, the girl's ever all along. Can you see she is missing me? Oh, is she having a real good time? Has she forgotten all about me? Oh, the girl's still mine, oh mine. Eyes so big, your eyes so big and shiny, you can see the whole damn land. Yellow moon, can you tell me, is that girl with another man? Oh, yellow moon, yellow moon, yellow moon, have you seen that Creole woman? Oh, can you tell me, now ain't you a friend of mine? I need to tell me. So big, your eyes so big and shiny, you can see the whole damn land. Oh, yellow moon, can you tell me, is that girl with another man? Oh, yellow moon, yellow moon, yellow moon, can you see that Creole? Whoa, can you tell me now ain't you a friend of mine? Your eyes so big and shiny, you can see the whole damn land. Oh, ain't got no more, can you tell me? Is that girl with another man? Oh, yellow moon, yellow moon, yellow moon, have you seen that Creole woman? Oh, 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 can you tell me? Now, ain't you a friend of mine? All right, Jonica, bring it.
Thank you for enjoying the 5th Annual Beads, Blues, and Beer Festival. Thank you to all the musicians and families on the show today. Please support this organization at beadsofcourage.org. Goodbye.